Today on Toy Shiz, Superstition by Day, Warriors by Night. Let's talk toys. Welcome back, everyone. Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys another fresh look. And today, very stoked on this one. We are totally checking out the brand new NECA Toys Ultimate Goliath from the Gargoyles franchise. A brand new set of action figures NECA will be tackling, and they use the old-fashioned artwork on the box. This was all over comic books and everything else when I was a kid, and then also this artwork too, because that was on the VHS box with the game. On the side of the box, really awesome photo of Monsieur Goliath, and you get nice photos of the figure and all his accessories on the back. You can screen grab this if you want to go ahead and read up on old Goliath. And here's everyone involved with the creation of this figure, so thank you for that. And here's the barcode as well. They are starting to hit Target stores and shipping online. Open up the box and you get a really nice photo, again, of a flying Goliath. And then you got the figure itself and all the accessories. Now, if you're not familiar with Gargoyles, stop what you're doing right after this video and go watch Disney+. It is filled with foul language, nudity, and hardcore violence. No, in all seriousness, while it does tackle some more adult teen type themes than most cartoons, especially back in the 90s, it was awesome and still is to this day. Please do check it out. I'll give you a pass, though, on Season 3, just FYI. So, this is going to be a friggin' blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at the brand new NECA Toys' Gargoyles Ultimate Goliath action figure. And while I got all you Disney afternooners here, I just want to say thanks so much for checking out my video, and please do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Old Toys, New Toys, daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you like. And now, to kick it off with Goliath, he comes with a book. The Book of Spells, the Magus' book, just a book, who knows? But it's done nicely. I do wish that you could open and close it. That's just one thing. However, it does look good. You got all the pages, you got the binding, it's all roughed up, kind of shredded in some areas, so it's definitely well done, and you got a pair of hands and fists and claws and everything else, and those are painted nicely too. All the fingernails, you can see all the veins, all the different aspects of the hands, and it comes with a jalapeno pepper. Now, if you're not familiar with Gargoyles, Goliath loves himself some jalapenos, including the catchphrase, jalapeno, right? Because you need this extra head sculpt, because he's not all the time angry. You know what I mean? He's just some of the time angry, but it's done nicely. The hair is done nice. I love the grimace on his face, and I really do love the look of this figure. It does have some problems here and there, but as you can see, you got one solemn head, he's brooding, and then you got full-blown maniac Goliath, which is the best type of Goliath. But the paint on the skin, the look, the over-roided out look does work with the Gargoyles. And I love the paint on his little kilt or whatever you want to say, loincloth with the belt, and he's got giant feet and everything else. So that would be the only gripe I have, if any, right? He's got this big tail, is that he's maybe just a little bit too detailed out from the more animated look, right? But when you have like a bendy wire tail, for instance, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they included that in there. And it also really helps to support him because this is a very back-heavy figure, which you will soon see. The head gets a little jumbled in the articulation because he's got that really long hair. So that's another thing. Articulation suffers in some aspects. If you are one of those people where you want this thing to just pose the heck out and do everything that you want it to do, no, you're going to get some more minimal articulation because I would say the joints only go up so high in some aspects. I also have some problems here and there with some loose joints, but he's got double jointed elbows. He's got some great wrists. He will rock at the abdomen and he will kick out. You can see underneath how the joint system works. And he's got some really tight legs. That's good because he needs some stability. And he's got some tight joints in the knees and at the ankles and at the toes as well. He needs to do that whole Goliath posing, and he needs to be strong because you're going to put two giant wings on the back in just a second. And yeah, that's where those go. The wings are insane. Case in point. They're huge. They're huge plastic wings, and they go right into the pegs on the back. And my biggest problem with this is that if he goes falling, tumbling, falling off a shelf, these are going to crack and break in a second. They're very well done. They're nicely painted, but just the type of plastic, if you get this figure and you know what I'm talking about, you have it in hand, this will crack and break, and I don't want that to happen because when you put the wings on, he looks fantastic. That is Goliath. That's the Goliath action figure I've always wanted. Never went for the old Kenner ones. I love the show, but as a kid, you got to pick and choose. But you really need a stand for this guy. If I could recommend anything other than it's a good figure, right? You need a stand because you don't want this guy falling. But you can see on the back, the hair will kind of get jumbled up with the wings a little bit. You can move the wings up and down, back and forth. They will ratchet, so they're sturdy in there. But again, if this guy goes a tumbling, he will probably not end up in a good way. Also, for the fact of when moving the abdomen, you can kind of crunch him and such to get down and get lower, kind of make the wings work with you. And then you can get some good photos, right? You will have some problems standing this guy. It's just going to be a thing. So I'll say and I'll reiterate all day. While he photographs well and he poses well and he does all the Goliath things, minus putting his head all the way up. That would have been really cool. But he holds his jalapeno. I love that they gave you a head just for that. But in terms of the scalage, this guy will go with quite a few different lines, quite a few different companies, I think. He's tall enough. Gargoyles are always big, especially Goliath. So if you have any type of figures, McFarlane, Hasbro, otherwise, I think you'll be set. But it's when you put him with just the right characters, you know, just something about the voice. It just really inspires me to just put these two characters together. You will not find a better voice actor and a more quoted voice actor, Keith David. That guy is awesome. From Spawn to Gargoyles, he has voiced some amazing characters. But to reiterate, get a nice heavy stand. Make sure it's secure around his waist. Get those wings a-going. Get those arms out. The angry head is screaming. Because this is one fine-looking action figure. When you put it together, leave it on your shelf, and that's it. This is what I've always wanted to see with Gargoyles. Yes, would have loved to have it been more animation accurate, right? Not so much roided out features and such. But I do like this style. And I like what they did with Bronx, Demona, and Thalog, and Hudson. I'm all in on this line. If they continue this, they have a few issues to kind of mess with. It depends on the gargoyle, obviously, with the body types and everything else. But I think they're really headed in the right direction. And with Bronx coming soon, and he comes with the extra folded down wings, that's the style that I want. But you also want the wings that are out, like we have. So it's kind of like a give and a take. But for what NECA has said and all the figures that they have coming, I think we're going to be in good hands, especially if you are a Gargoyles fan. I am curious to know what you guys think about this new Goliath figure. Is it for you? Will you be grabbing? Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Goliath. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, when gargoyles come alive, evil can't survive. We are Gargoyles. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.